any freshman D linemen that come in, they're told over the course of their career they're going to need to gain weight and strength. Have they talked to you about that, or do you have a plan of, is it weight room or diet or anything like that?
I think so. I mean, I'm underweight right now. It's not hard to see it, and I'm not gonna shy away from it. I know I'm underweight, but I know I'm gonna do all I can to be able to get to the weight that I need to be able to play. So.
Do you know what weight? Is there a target weight?
For me personally, it's got to be in between the 230s to 245. That's where I'm going to want to be at, just so I can keep they make sure they want me to keep my speed, but they also want to make sure that I have enough body mass and everything to be able to have power come with it.
Anything else? Austin and Vince?
In that same world, like Caleb, I think showed like 206 and got the upper 220s, even low 230s, early in spring. Like, what did you kind of show up at, and what are you currently at?
I've been fluctuating, so I showed up at 217 or 216, 217, somewhere around there. I got up to 220. I think like midday, I was starting to I weighed 3 times a day. I got up to 227, and then I keep fluctuating back and forth between the 220s and 225 to 220 right now. So.
Vince?
Love to hear your early impressions of Coach Garner and Coach Eckler.
I'll start off with Eck. Coach Eck is one of the funniest people I know. Whether it's through meetings, he's very helpful. And for me, when he teaches me something, it clicks just like that, because he knows that I learn things. I can learn things through visual, but I'm a very mental learner. So once I see, I can see something and hear something, and I can impact and put that into my game, as long as I gotta get a few reps at first, obviously. But Coach Eck has a very different way of teaching us, and I really enjoy being around Coach Eck. Coach Gardner, now, I love Coach G. He's coming into here, let's say after signing day, he came into my school, because we have other people in our school that are being recruited from my high school. I met up with him, and the first thing he said is, "You're signed now. It's over. We're not treating you like a baby anymore. I'm gonna be on you about every little thing, no matter what it is, even though you're still in high school." And he did not lie. I got texts at least once every week, just him checking up on me, making sure that I'm doing everything that I need to do. And since I've been here, he's been on me about every little thing, and I love it. I went to him after practice today and I told him thank you, because that's the type of stuff that I like, because it helps me learn. And I think sometimes it looks as if it gets under my skin a little bit, but in reality, in my head, I'm processing it, and I genuinely like being taught that way. I like being yelled at. It's weird, but I really do like it. I enjoy it.
We'll do a couple more. We'll do Rick, and then we'll finish with Brian.
Daevin, just wanted to ask about your experience at the NFL draft, just kind of what that was like, who you got to meet, and then maybe if that's a motivating experience as you enter your career here at Tennessee.
Ooh, so that was April 27th, yeah. The NFL draft was cool. Beginning of it, I drove to the Chiefs Stadium, and we met up with the people that took us, and they took the 12 best athletes in our state, or in the city of Kansas City, because the draft was where I'm from. And they took us over to the draft. What they had is they had half of us go to the back, and on the TV, when you see them getting their hats handed to them of the team that they got drafted to, if they were invited to be at the draft in Kansas City, then they had those guys handing out the hats to those that were drafted. For the rest of us, they took us up for the Seahawks. I think it was pick 20, Jackson Smith and Jigba, what was really cool about that was I got to meet Jackson. For one, I got to meet the NFL commissioner and everything too. But I got to meet Jackson. I looked at Instagram that night. So what happened, I requested for verification on Instagram before. I got my verification. I didn't notice until I got on there, but I checked. My brother was hanging out with Jackson Smith and Jigba the night before, which was a really good experience for me because I was like, oh wait, now I have another connection. I have another connection, and it's gonna help lead me to where I want to be at in my future.
Ryan, last question.
Chandavion, obviously with freshmen, we often talk about, gaining weight, just getting up to speed in the playbook and things like that. As a pass rusher, where do you feel like you are now? You obviously played both sides of the ball in high school, and how have you progressed in that area since you got here as far as technique and just pass rush moves and things like that?
I think a lot of things, like, it's a lot different in high school for me because in high school, like, I was just able to beat everybody I wanted with speed. Like, that's all I had to do in speed. I had moves, and I've known moves since my sophomore, junior year that I just didn't have to pull out because it was coming natural just to run past. Now that I'm actually having to use those moves and work on them all the time, it's a lot different, and my body is still trying to adjust to it and get used to like the different ways that I have to twist my hips or move my shoulders to be able to move around and everything. Like it's different, but it's not like too much on my body at least. And I think this is gonna benefit.
You said he liked being yelled at by Coach G. Did you enjoy being yelled at by Coach G today in the course of the summer?
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, but God love it. The way he coaches, that's just the way he is. Tough love. So yeah, I like it. I gotta say.
Patrick and then Austin.
David, you're one of the big group of guys that got here early, but you had the, shoulder surgery and didn't get to go through spring. Was that tough to not be able to get on the field with the rest of the class? And kind of how did you make the best of that situation when you didn't get a chance to be out there and get that work in?
Yeah, it was tough for me. I graduated high school early to come do spring ball. When I got up here, I found out I couldn't do it. It was tough, but I took the time to just study my playbook, just watch over everything because I couldn't do anything but work out and watch. So just watch everything, went on watch film and everything on everybody. So just really just took in everything, all like the plays, what coach likes, what he does, just stuff like that.
Awesome.
Obviously, these first few days for the linemen aren't as much fun as when you put on the pads. How much do you kind of chop at the bit to at least on some shells or even go full pads?
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm just excited to be doing stuff again. Just anything to be on the field.
Anything else? Patrick again.
Looks like today you were working maybe at defensive end. Is that where you're kind of starting out? Are they going to slide you inside? Kind of what's your take on where you might be playing on the defensive line?
Oh yeah, I said I want to be playing DN, but he'll move me to the 3 tech and just end and tackle.
Ryan.
With the surgery and everything, did that affect kind of where you are physically, or are you trying to add or drop weight going into the season, or what have you done since you arrived, and where are you now?
Oh, I would say they really want me to maintain where I'm at right now. I'm at 280 right now, so they want me to maintain this weight range. I've gotten stronger since I've been here after all my treatment and all that. My rehab lifts, got my shoulder back. We're stronger than it was before, so.
Anything else? Patrick again.
You said you do a lot of working out and watching. What was the biggest thing you learned from watching your defense go through and watching film? What was the biggest thing you learned from some of the other guys on your unit?
You gotta be mentally tough, really. Just always go hard, never take plays off. When it comes to football, nothing will ever be perfect, so you just gotta try hard so you play.
Vince.
How influential was Tennessee's 11-win season a year ago in your decision to come in?
I would say it's very influential to me, just to show that they're just as good as all the other teams that recruited me, and I like everything about Tennessee, and then I saw that they did last year, and it was pretty much just a done deal.
Ryan, did you have that one?
Just what are you looking to get done in camp, and you get the sense that the coaches are kind of trying to get you ready to play, or kind of how they frame like your opportunity? Are they kind of getting on fast track, getting on the field with how many guys they like to play on the D-line?
Yeah, just really just keep getting my playbook, just understanding everything, just keep competing because he said he want me to play. Just again, no rotation. He likes playing a lot of guys, so just to stay ready.
Anything else for David? Eric, what was the last question for you?
how does your basketball background kind of help you on the football field? I would assume conditioning, footwork, and all that, but as a defensive lineman, how does it help you?
I feel like it helps me, my footwork, lateral quickness, just getting off the ball quick, that first step, just like running up, gonna go dunk, something like that. I would say a lot of it goes hand in hand with each other, so I think that makes me a way better football player. If I didn't play basketball, I don't think I'd be as good as I was at football, but I think it helped me a lot.
First practice today, what was kind of going through your head? Was it so fast paced you couldn't really think about in my first practice, or how do you think it went?
It went good. Like I said, I just gotta, keep adjusting, learning from the older guys, learning my technique. For the most part, it went good though. Like I had pretty good practice, I think.
Austin?
You look at those older guys, they've been in the program for a few years, so they're up over 200 now. But you and Cam both came in here at over 200 pounds as freshmen. What do you feel like the two of you bring, and specifically, how much have you transformed kind of yourself over the last 5-6 months leading into this?
I've been basically just trying to take it day by day. Like I said, learning from the older guys, learning a good technique, getting bigger, faster, stronger, trying to develop myself to be in the future, be the best back I can be. Me and Cam bring to the table. Obviously, we two bigger backs, carry the load, but like I said, we just trying to take it day by day, learn from the older guys and go from there.
How much did the staff that recruited you talk about the physicality of the run game in this offense? Because some people just think Tennessee throws the ball all the time. How much was that a discussion point in recruiting with you?
Like I said, I knew coming in, Tennessee threw the ball a lot, but they also have a heavy run game. The physicality is important, for the backs and stuff like that. But I think Tennessee kind of need that physicality, and I feel like I bring that to the table. So.
Adam and then Patrick.
In high school, how much experience did you have in pass protection, and how much has that been communicated to you that's needed here?
It's been a big adjustment because in high school I never passed pro. I passed pro a little bit, but like I said, at the college level, there's so much technique to it. Watch the man, watch the defender, watch the blitz. So it's definitely new to me, but I'm catching on, and like I said, learning day by day.
Patrick?
You said before you got here you wanted to sort of come in and be a sponge and learn as much as you could from Jabari, Jalen, Dylan. What are some of the things that you've learned from them over the summer, and have you kind of been like just following them around everywhere, trying to spend as much time with them as you can, just to try to get everything that they know?
Yeah, just spend as much time with them as I can. Like I said, during practice, as I'm going through reps, I ask them, hey, how's my technique? How I was going through the mesh? How how I look on this cut? Should I take this cut, that cut? And they just be teaching me up, coaching me through the process. But they've been really helpful, and like I said, I love watching those guys work. They teach me a lot. So.
Vince? Or Patrick?
What are your impressions so far, and even relationship with Joe Milton?
He's a great guy. Like I said, even running on the field, he called me Wiz, so like Wiz Khalifa. But he's a great guy, and I love learning from him. He's a great leader, inside and outside the facility. And he's one of the guys I really look up to on this team.
Anything else? Ryan?
Where are you at weight-wise right now? Have you dropped or added any since you got here? Has that been, were you trying to go one way or the other to get yourself ready for this season?
I've been getting myself right. Like I said, my weight has been on and off. I'm keeping myself around the 220, 225 range. But my weight has been on and off. Like I said, I'm at a really good weight right now, and I feel comfortable in my weight, and I can move in my weight. So just continue to go from there.
And what kind of has the difference been between playing high school football at Tennessee and then college football at the University of Tennessee?
Biggest difference is probably the speed of the game. Everything's faster, but it's helpful being in town, so I think that's nice.
Patrick?
Trevor, you're playing with your brother now. You guys are on the same team. When was the last time you guys were on the same team? Did you guys get a chance to block each other all day, and what's that been like to
Today we haven't been able to go against each other, but last time we played together was my freshman year in high school. He was a senior at Catholic.
Austin?
To keep that thing going, I would say when he meets up against you, you look a little different now than you did when you were a freshman in high school. So, how much, being around him, how much do you feel like that just helps you? Because you have just a comfort level having a guy you've known your whole life in the building.
It does help a lot, if I have any questions, it's a lot easier to go to him than being a little freshman going to some random older guy talking. So it does help comfort wise. It's easier to ask questions.
What were the discussion points for you on where to play on which side of the ball? And when did they decide?
They've only ever talked to me about defense, so there hasn't been any really discussion about which side to play.
Patrick?
If they asked you to play offense, would you, or do you like defense better? And why, if you do like defense better, why do you like defense better?
I like defense better, but if they asked me to play offense, I would do anything to get on the field. But defense, I just like stopping the game, so I feel like that's more fun.
Reese?
You were coming off a foot injury last year. How has that progressed? Do you feel 100% healthy? How are you feeling after that?
It feels really good. It's a little sore cutting on that side, but other than that, it feels great.
Wes?
Do you remember how old you were when you got taller than your brother? And do you remember the first time you were able to feel like physically, I can hang with him now?
I think I got taller than him about 5th grade. He was really mad about that. I haven't been able to get physically up there with him till about this year. He's always been bigger and stronger, but I think I'm finally up there with him.
Gone out of state to a number of schools. When you were growing up, did University of Tennessee resonate with you? Were you ever a fan? Did you follow UT football?
Yeah, I did. I was a fan. My whole entire family's been a fan, but whenever I was little, I didn't really watch football. It was kind of just something I did. My dad got me into it really, really young, but I didn't have a favorite team up until senior year of high school, and then that's whenever I kind of made my choices to come here.
Vince?
You had over 150 career pancakes in high school. What's that feeling like when you're able to execute that?
Just pure happiness to be able to physically dominate somebody. There's no other feeling than just putting somebody on their back and being like, yeah, you have no power over me. There's no other feeling like it.
Patrick?
Ayden, coming in the summer, starting camp today, what are your sort of expectations for the next few weeks? What do you think it's going to be like to be on an SEC offensive line and have to block SEC defensive linemen?
My expectation is just to soak up everything that I can. I want to be able to learn as much as I can from the older guys, and that's what I've been doing for the past few months while I've been here. As far as it goes with depth and everything like that, trying to get on the field, that's not really my goal. It's more or less to be able to learn the offense and make sure that I know what I'm doing before I worry about ever getting on the field.
Who are some of those older guys you've leaned on to help with that process over the summer?
Ollie Lane and Spraggs and Cooper. All of the older guys, like the seniors and 6-year seniors, they all have so much knowledge, and it's just so easy to be able to soak it up with them.
Ryan?
What's been sort of your focus in the weight room and getting yourself ready physically, and where are you? Have you added or dropped weight since you got here?
I definitely say that as far as it goes in the weight room, I was trying to more or less increase my agility. I came in around 308 and I felt really good. I was really strong, but I was having a little trouble moving. And then I dropped it. I had a huge drop in weight. I went from 308 to 200, 290, and now I'm back up to 300 pounds. But my weight fluctuates a lot between 295 and 300.
Vince?
Two quick things I'll ask them separately. Are you on one side of the ball or the other, or are they kind of keeping you in one spot so far?
They mainly put me at left guard. I can alternate between left and right guard, but mainly they want me at left guard.
And And what are your impressions, I guess, through recruiting and then now with Coach Ellaby?
I honestly haven't like noticed a difference. He was very real with me through my recruiting. That was one reason why I really liked it here, is because there was never any showmanship, never anything fake with him. He told me how it is and how it was going to be, so I knew exactly what I was getting into whenever I was coming here.
Patrick? You said you were talking about the weight drop from 308 to 2. Did that happen this summer, or were you?
Yeah.
Was that surprising that you kind of had such a big swing, and is that something that you thought they might do with you coming in and sort of reshaping you to where you could be heavier but still move better?
It was a surprise. It happened. I lost about 18 pounds in 2 weeks, and it was really surprising to me because for the past year I have not dropped beneath 300 pounds, and now it's a struggle to just stay over or get to 300 pounds. I expected for them to cut off a little bit away from me, but not such a drastic amount in such a short amount of time.
Practice win, and what was some of the standout things for you?
Overall, I think it went pretty good. Of course, it was tiring for my first practice, but that's what I expected. So the adjustment, I mean, I'm getting adjusted to it, but it's still kind of, just gotta do hard work. That's all it takes.
Caleb in the back.
Who have you kind of looked up to as leaders on the defensive side of the ball and mentor you since you got here?
Definitely Tyler Barron. He definitely has helped me through this journey with me being here or getting here in the summer. And Isaac Green, they definitely helped me learn the players and all that, because that's what I'm mostly been focused on. So.
Sorry, did you have to bring a different mindset in because you were one of the guys that came in the summer? A lot of this freshman class was here in January, got to go through spring. You didn't get that chance. Did that sort of change your mindset or crank up your urgency when you got here?
It definitely cranked up my urgency a lot. I had to be on my A game because, they've been running players since December, and the season is right around the corner next month, so I got to do what I got to do. I don't got no choice.
Adam?
You haven't really experienced the physicality yet, I guess. That'll be later in camp. What do you expect from that, how you just compete physically compared to high school?
Well, of course, guys gonna be faster and stronger, but I'm here for a reason, so.
Anything else for Tyree? Ryan?
Obviously, like we talked about coming in the summer, maybe people might think it's harder for a freshman to come in that situation and play right away, but how do coaches how they frame your opportunity, and do you feel like they're kind of trying to get you on a fast track to maybe get yourself ready to play this fall?
Yes, sir. Coach Gardner and Coach Shaw, they for sure, they're definitely putting me in the fire. So, they throw me out there a lot, and I just got to get used to it, get reps, and that's all I can do. But they definitely have been trying to put me out there, especially when we get here in the summer.
Vince?
Wondering, as a new player, a freshman, if you've been impacted and you really feel the culture that everyone's talked about really growing around here. How do you see sort of, the camaraderie on the team from your vantage point being really big?
Well, everybody, we're very close, and it's like a brotherhood. So I definitely feel the love all around, whatever D-line, O-line. I definitely feel the love.
Patrick?
So Chandavion was in here earlier talking about how Coach Garner, very early on after he signed, was like, I'm going to be on you quite a bit about getting better all the time. Have you sort of had the same experience? What was that like learning from him today?
Yes, sir. He was on me before I even got here. So he didn't lie not one thing. So he's a very hard coach, but at the end of the day, he loves me, and he's just trying to do what he's doing, what he got to do to get me where I want to go. So.